Okay, members, now in this lesson we are going to see how do we transform or how do we reflect these objects graphically and we find the coordinates of their images. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, start with, this is the number. Say A, B, C, D is a ABC is a triangle with coordinates A, B, like that. Is mapped onto A prime, B prime after reflection in the line x equaling 0. When we say the one x equaling to 0, we say the line x equaling to 0 is the same as the y axis. So this is just, they are just hiding this y axis. Find the coordinates of A prime, B prime using a graph. So this is our y axis. X equaling to 0 is our y axis. Now, we reflect, but we say reflection, this distance from the image to the object should be perpendicular and the distance should be the same. What you do, remember these ones are going to be perpendicular to these points. Good enough. If you are using x-axis and y-axis, they are perpendicular. The problem is coming when we have these ones here. So this one, what you do, you measure the distance from here up to the line of reflection. Now our line of reflection, this is the line of reflection here. So you measure from this the line of reflection here is our line of reflection, the y-axis. So you measure now from here up to here. So me when I measure the same distance now, you take this side and you measure there. Then you put, and this is going to be now your B. So here is my B. Me when I measure my B now, prime is going to be there. Now you come to C. C, you measure from there to there, that is just C. When I put this side the same distance, you measure here, you put down on this line, then it's going to be the distance the other side. Mine is falling there. So mine is here. And this is going to be now my C line. Or, if you don't want that, you can use a compass. If I bring my compass here, you can get your compass and also measure now from A to this one is perpendicular distance from A to this. Then you take that same distance from this side to this side and draw an arc there. That's where I want to be. This distance from here up to here is my A. Then you come and you draw an arc there like this. So after drawing an arc, now you come and use your ruler. You measure the same, you just get it, it's perpendicular to that, and then you create, and this is going to be your A prime. Then you just do it. So if I'm doing, I'm going now to use the line so that I can differentiate the two. This one I'm going to use, okay. I want to use the line so that I can differentiate the two. Like that. Then this one is here. But in the paper, you use solid lines. Now I'm using this to just differentiate them so that you can see properly the image and then. So that is my triangle, A prime, B prime. You start this has been reflected this side, and now this has been reflected this side, and this has been reflected this side. That's the reflection. So to get my coordinates, now my A prime is going to be, here I'm seeing 3, 2. Read the X, then the Y. Then my B prime is here. I'm seeing it's going to be 1, 5. My B prime is 1, the X, then 5 the Y. Then my C prime is going to be -1, 3. -1, so we read the X is -1, Y is 3, and we have finished reflecting that. When you come to this, is reflected, the triangle vertices was reflected in the x-axis form. That x-axis, now they can hide it and they give you y equal to 0. It's the same as x-axis. Now what you do now, this is good enough these ones for them, they're already perpendicular. This reflection of y-axis and x-axis, they are easily, you can easily turn the perpendicular from here to here. So what you do, you get your compass, then you measure this cut distance. Now, let me start with P. You measure this cut distance here. You measure this distance here. Then you come and you transform. You put here. Now this is our line is the y-axis. Remember, orange. This is our x-axis, and it's our diffraction, the x-axis. So we are reflecting this now our line. So now from here to this, then you transfer this and you draw an arc down there, like that. Then you get your, okay, you also come to this and this, you measure, then you come and you draw an arc down there, like this. Then you come to P, you come to Q, you see Q is a bit far, from there, it's there, then you draw an arc down, like this. So these are the ones you are going to use to locate those points there. So now after locating, you get your ruler. Then you see this was your P. You join now to where the arc was passing. So you join your P there. So this one is going to be my P there. So this one is going to be my P prime. Then my Q prime is from here up to here. So my Q prime from this line, this is where the arc was passing for the distance from here up to here. The same distance from here up to here. So it was here. So this is my Q prime. When I come to R perpendicular distance. We say that our distance was passing here. So this is where our R is going to be. This R is just directing us for the distance we measured. That's our R prime. Now these ones I can join them like this. You can freely join them. Then this one is going to be here. So it's that this one has been reflected through this, and this is the image. So now our P prime, the coordinates is that P prime, we read the x is -3, then the y is 2, then Q prime, we use this is -3, then y is -5, then R prime, we get the x is 1, then the y is -2. Now, this one, the moment if you are tempted and you use a method of prime, you get 0, 0. Now, whenever you have these lines, for them you have to use a set square. I forgot my set square, and I'm going to use this example. I think in your set, you know something like this. This instrument that appears like this is what we call a set square. So this set square is helping us determine the perpendicular distance. This is always 9. So what you do, you place, if I start with this one, I place now this, it should be perpendicular, this distance here, it should be the one there. So from my point there, this line, that is, it sits there like that. I think you can see. So this set square is telling me that, so that this is going to be the perpendicular distance from here up to here. So this is going to be my perpendicular distance. I do it there. See? Then I just get my ruler and then I measure off this distance to this distance. So from there, you get your compass. There, this is my distance now from here to here. Then I come and I draw an arc this side. Like that. Simple arc. Then I get a ruler so that I can complete that. So if I get my ruler, this is going to be there. So my ruler is getting there. Then I join. So see that this one is going to be now my point P prime. Then I come to R, I get my set square. Now I'm using this my set square. Now I put here, this line should be, this that is perpendicular now from that line there. So it should be perpendicular. I mind about this perpendicular and then this point. Then I join slowly, like that. So that is going to be the perpendicular. Then after that I get my compass. So from here I measure this distance using the compass. Then I come this side and I draw an arc for that distance, like that. Then you get your ruler, you join. You see that it's going to be here. That's where my point is going to be. That's where my point is going to be. My point R prime. This was my arc there. So that is the perpendicular distance. Then you join it to show that it's the perpendicular distance you were joining there. Okay, so that's it, members. Then you come to your Q. You see Q is now a bit long. You get you measure from this line now to Q. You transfer the same distance at this side and you put it. This is going to be my arc. Then you get a ruler and you join. That's where your Q is going to be. You just join there. So where it passes, this is going to be now my Q prime. Then you join this triangle, P prime, Q prime, R prime, like that. So orange, in these ones, we'll have y equal to x and y is equal to negative x. We use a set square. So in your set, you look out for this set square, and then it's what we use there, and it's that this is perpendicular. But I'm saying that the answer is very easy. Or if you want, even here you can use it like this, the set square. Even here it will work for you properly. You join this to that. Then also here, you join this to this set square, you join it there, like this. And so on. Then also here, if you want, you can use it. Okay, so now to read off my coordinates, P prime, my P prime here is going to be 2, the x, then the y, negative 3. Then my Q prime, my Q, you see x is 5, then y is negative 1. Then my R prime is that x is 3, then y is 1, and those will be the coordinates. So, remember that's why we reflect graphically. So, I wish you well.